You know what? I kind of want to do Bad Gear, the Serum 2 video. I didn't do that. All right, let's peep this. Shout out Bad Gear. That's pretty dope. Honestly, I think the Jay and Silent Bob movie is like, it's okay. It's like okay at best. It's a reference. What is a reference? What is it in reference to? Weird sense of humor. Busy's looking for a new cousin.
Welcome to Bad Gear, the show about the world's most hated audio tools. While we, the aging population of hardware synth land, can...
Bro, this shit moves too fast here, dude. What was that about? A few bumps? Bro, imagine doing drugs with Bad Gear. That's crazy. Mint condition, a few bumps and scratches. Oh, okay, sorry. Some different bumps there. Whoops. A few bumps and scratches. What do you expect from a 30-year-old instrument? Wait, is it a joke that that guy has had a few bumps and scratches? He looks like he's had more than a few bumps.
Population of hardware synth land can only be awakened from our arthritic slumber by Swedish lifestyle product Ragebait or the announcement of...
This like meme is so bad that it's kind of good. $100 billion. Like, it's like ironically good. The Dr. Evil thing is fucking like so fucking tired, but it's like almost like so fucking old and bad that it's like good again. You know?
Ragebait or the announcement of too big to fail analog flagships, the flourishing software synth demographic just had a Steve Jobs keynote like.
There's a representation of how Serum 2 was launched. See, I don't get this meme. Does anyone get this meme? Explain this meme to me.
Moment. Today we are going to talk about X for Serum, the second coming edition. So synth manufacturers...
Wait, hold on. Roland not wanting to do anything analog anymore. Am I out of touch? No, some musicians who are wrong. Okay, this one's a little random.
Be prepared to get humbled by a true musical and technical visionary with...
Bro, this shit moves too fast, man. Okay, this is what you're getting here with this channel when we watch Bad Gear. You're getting frame-by-frame analysis on the memes. All right, let's see. Open Serum, select fart preset, fart sound. 5,000 modular, 2,000. Okay, this is a pretty good one. 2,000 preamp. I'm gonna do a meme review with Bad Gear. That's what we're doing right now. 5,000 modular, 2,000 preamp, 3,000 interface, 3 hours of editing, fart sound. Yeah, dope trick though. Dope ass trick. I mean, honestly though, like this is the bottom is kind of worth it. This is like almost like this is like really like. It speaks to my soul, kind of, you know what I mean? Like, he's doing a dope-ass trick. He's spending lots of money, and he's getting the same result, but it's kind of doper. You know what I mean? Does that mean I like modular, though? No. No, I didn't see the last Teenage Engineer instrument. What is it?
And technical visionary with pre-internet credentials.
Hold on. How are you tonight? Having a good time? Ready to party? Have fun? Well, that was the last guys. Wrong fucking band. We're here to have a bad time. Okay.
Unique 21st century marketing skills and a sense of integrity that has become a rare feat among successful business people.
Yeah,
I could
integrity.
have retired, but I took that retirement money and instead of retiring with it, I built Serum 2.
At the first glance.
My question is, why does Mr. Bill, why is he so zoomed out in his podcast? You know what I mean? Like, are you trying to hide? Are you trying to fucking hide? It seems like you're trying to hide when you like have your camera like that far back.
Serum 2.
At the first glance, Serum 2 is ticking all the okay, why not? Really? Come on, guys, stop it before you get me demonetized.
Oh, hey, wait, whoa, that's my meme. That's my meme. My meme made it into Bad Gear. Holy shit, guys. Whoa, I made that meme.
Business people.
I could have retired, but I took that retirement money and
dude, a meme I made it into Bad Gear.
Instead of retiring with it, I built Serum 2.
At the first glance, Serum 2 is ticking all the okay.
Not that one. Wait. Is that... I didn't make the fucking this thing, but I could have sworn I made the caption. Unless somebody else made the same caption. I don't know, dude. I don't fucking know, bro. Maybe this is just an edit.
Tized boxes.
It's an edit of the same thing. Never mind. False alarm there, guys. False alarm.
To the slightly enhanced industry standard wavetable implementation, the one and only Steve Duda made sure that number 2 can compete with other hopelessly overpowered.
Wait, what is here? Current and vital. You know, I would say vital is kind of like nowhere near as good as the other two now, my opinion.
Plugins by adding SFC sample support for everything from drum kits to complex.
You know what would work for this one too? I stepped in shit. 80s snare. That would work too here.
Can use
use single samples
as well.
There is more than usable sample chopping. And no contemporary software synth behemoth would be complete
hey, what's up, Big
without...
Nine? Okay, what is happening here? Roided up granular capabilities. Beginner, intermediate, advanced. Okay. Well, you know what would make more sense here would be if you rearranged this shit in an advanced one.
Each spectral mode allows for resynthesis with
independent control over pitch and time.
And all three main oscillators, one more than its predecessor, can be put through the tried and tested warp ringer.
One thing that's awesome about Serum 2 is just the amount of fucking warping modes. It's crazy.
With added frequency modulation and phase distortion options. These modifiers come in pairs now, and Unison is ready for the main.
I mean, you're fine making like electronic music on whatever synth you want, pretty much. Imagine if they released Serum as a hardware. I wonder how like hardware purists would feel about that. You know, like would they be like, oh man, this is so much more analog and awesome.
Main floor. The dedicated sub and noise oscillator are still much appreciated. I never felt the need to get even cleaner tones than what I was used to from Serum 1, but the filter section not only received a major upgrade with its dual architecture, but also boasts a clean mode. You can use the filters in serial and parallel, and there are plenty of modes that go beyond your classic low pass. The FX section of the...
Hey, I think he beat you up. Vitals for white libs. I mean, I would say, you know, if anything, what makes more sense is Vitals for socialists. That's what I would say. Vitals for socialists.
The first incarnation of the instrument didn't age so well, so it's great to have more sophisticated FX routing possibilities and enhanced algorithms like the bold frequency shifter and convolution reverb. Some of the most interesting new features can be found in the...
I haven't tried that yet. Can you really, like, what does this do? What does it do when you do this? Not that, this.
Some of the...
Like, so it's an LFO, and it's just all fucked up. Like, does this even make sense? What does it do? Would you use Silent 2? I don't know, dude. I've never really messed with Silent.
Most interesting new features...
Like, what? I need to go try this, actually. I'm curious.
Can be found in the modulator section with the 4 BPM syncable envelopes and up to 10 multidimensional LFOs.
Oh wait, it actually operates still when you do that? That's crazy. I never tried messing with this, like drawing like pictures in the LFO.
That will be home to digital restroom wall drawings for years.
I actually paid for the Vital paid version.
Years to come and can be set to swing. Nice. They're also home to the synth's chaos modulation sources. Speaking of, while the...
How did they even get that to work? That's fucking insane, dude.
Modulation sources. Speaking of...
Imagine like taking acid and messing with that.
While the mod matrix stays within the comfort zone of the 2014 original, the new mixer with its 2 buses lets you implement complex routings. All this seems like a reasonable major upgrade, but it doesn't come as a surprise that Xfer didn't stop here. One of the most...
Geology students, topography, producers know that Serum wavetable.
Yeah, one of the most anticipated features, the arpeggiator, lets you create custom sequences. And Clips View is basically a DAW within the plugin.
Bro. Dude, Zoomers don't even know what the fuck this is from, dude. They don't even know. They know nothing about this. Zoomers know nothing about this. Yo, dog, I heard you like DAWs, so I put a DAW inside a plugin inside your DAW. Bro, this is like, man, this makes me feel old.
With its own piano roll editor, MIDI recording, and output. It goes without saying that there are too many incremental improvements.
Dude. This meme too. Buys VST synth because it's cheaper than hardware. Buys 3K MacBook Pro to host it. Dude. What is his name? Bad Luck Brian or some shit?
To be mentioned here, but the enhanced
I don't even remember the context of that meme anymore.
undo redo functionality comes in handy. The frequency estimation feature of the upgraded wavetable editor is great. Implementation of musical scales was to be expected, and as we are speaking of a synth famous for its countless preset packs, the
Serum 2 gets released. Every preset seller on Earth does a review of it on YouTube.
overall browser situation was optimized for the throwaway EDM hits of the late 20s, early 30s with its preview button.
And you can make some sick wubs.
And access to the 8 macro knobs.
What's up, Aphex?
In case you actually bought Serum 1 instead of using a crack like everybody else, version 2 is a free upgrade.
Oh my god, not only did Kanye West do all those other things, but he did not pay for Serum.
Using a crack like everybody else, version 2 is a free upgrade. Alternatively, you can rent to own from Splice or, like me, buy it for the currently discounted price of around $190. It blows my mind that we actually got Serum 2 before GTA 6.
Okay, let's see. My M3 Max is literally going crazy on most presets. TBH, about 75% of the new features I have no use for. Honestly, this is some pretty light criticism. This is probably the lightest criticism out of any bad gear that you'll find in the comments. Cue a million preset packs that sound exactly the same as the 500,000 that are already out there. It's ridiculous, it's pathetic that in 2025, dude, this person's hating as hell. It's ridiculous, it's pathetic that in 2025, the best we can hope for from the best synth is an ARP, an extra oscillator, and a granulizer. I mean, it had more than that. It's spectral oscillation too. Still sounds like sharp, ear-piercing EDM. Well, I feel like that would be your fault. I feel like that would be your fault if that's the problem. Wish companies would stop giving us more features and focus on making their VST synths better sounding. I mean, Serum 2 doesn't sound bad. I don't know. Sounds harsh and digital to me. Bro, have you heard Massive before? Has this guy heard Massive? Great, another 5 years of boring music that sounds exactly the same no matter who makes it. God, these people are just like depressed, man. This is crazy. 100% CPU for most of the presets. So the problem with that is, I think there's a few settings you could change to fix that. Can't remember what they're called right now, but.
Will it have the same cultural impact as its predecessor, or is it just another CPU hogging synth plugin among many? You have already heard the plugin in today's intro tune. I still need to practice a bit. Time to start this out with a 140 BPM jam and some 2010s wavetable sounds.
It would have been way cooler if you did some dubstep, bro. You gotta change it up, bro. Hit us with some dubstep. Okay, synthwave. I could dig.
That's why people both loved and hated the first version. Digital basses, stereotypical plugs, surprisingly deep pads and interesting sound design constructs. I'm a big fan of the improved sample implementation, and my somewhat contemporary M2 Max Studio didn't break a sweat. Let's chop up a classic break and give the internal sequencer a go.
Okay, I think we get the idea of this one. Damn, there's thunder going on outside.